back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Brady to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback, and this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll go down inside the 45. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player. And sometimes he comes up really hyped up, and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is. Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's got room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady, throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A give. This is Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On the defensive end, Cameron Sutton with a tackle.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? On the handoff, Sermon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fourth down, Mayfield. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Sermon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Brady's throw here taken in by Gesicki. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Brady to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Brady. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there for the Patriots. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Patriots 17, Jets 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Final play of the half, Mayfield. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New York. Returnable here for Callaway. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for New England. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
When you think about this strong safety position, you know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New York. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Brady. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there for the Patriots.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Patriots 27, Jets 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Kamara trying the right side, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. Airing it out deep for Woods. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Jets are right back in this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side taken in by Miller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Baker. That'll be complete to Breida. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now Mayfield. Connecting with Andrews. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they will take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Pats, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of the